Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? My name is Rob and welcome back for another video. In today's video, we're going to be diving inside our stock portfolio and I'll be giving you guys, once again, the weekly update on my Canadian-based dividend portfolio with Wealthsimple Trade. So if you guys are brand new to the channel, I'll just give you guys a quick little update on what the series is all about. So this is basically a series where every single week, usually one day a week, I give you guys a quick little update on my portfolio. And we're basically building a portfolio completely from scratch. And I've basically built this channel around giving you guys these updates on a weekly basis. So I dive in, I show you guys the stocks I have, I give you guys an update on the dividend income, and I also show you some personal finance tips as well and showing you guys how I'm using the dividend income and the money from my investments to kind of improve my life over time. And if you guys have been watching this channel, you know that investing can be it can require a lot of patience and stuff, and it can feel like in the beginning that it takes a long ways to kind of get the ball rolling. Now, one of the cool things about this is if you invest in the right way, you can start to benefit from your investing and all that money saving that you've been doing. And it can just be simple things like, you know, enjoying some simple things in life. And one of the things I like to do is I like to go to the coffee shop. If you guys are Canadian, you probably know about Tim Hortons. We actually went to Tim Hortons today and we bought ourselves some coffee. So just doing something simple like that, using some of your dividend income to help just do simple, you know, treat yourself to things once in a while. You can start to do that in the beginning, and over time, obviously this will grow and you can benefit from it as maybe your investments pay for like your groceries or different things like that. So make yourself a cup of coffee or grab Starbucks or whatever it is that floats your boat. We're going to jump inside the portfolio and I'll show you guys how our stocks are doing today. And if you guys want to support the channel, be sure to check the links in the description of this video. You guys can get some free stocks if you guys open up a Wealthsimple Trade account, or if you guys already have an account, you guys can use my referral code and you'll get 2 free stocks to stick inside your personal account as well. All right, so really quickly here, we'll go over the quick little portfolio update for today's video, and this will give you guys an idea of how our stocks have been performing over time. So we have a total stock portfolio value of $110,000 here in Canadian on Wealthsimple Trade, and we have 2 accounts that we focus on in this channel, one being the TFSA as well as a personal account. So we'll jump inside the TFSA first, and I'll give you guys a quick little update here on how our stocks have been doing over the past little while. So inside of our TFSA for today, looks like we got a bit of a gain. Maybe coming in US stocks or Canadian stocks. We'll take a peek here in just a second, but we are up 1%, which is $500. Over the past week, we are up 1%. So once again, not much changing over the past week other than just a little bit of a gain. Over the past month, we are still down a little bit. Over the past 3 months, we're down 1%. So it does look like we're kind of going this up and down kind of trendy thing that's going, every time we go down, we go a little bit up. Every time we go down, we go a little bit up, but we are kind of recovering a little bit overall. And over the past year, we are up still 9%, which is about $7,000, $579. And then all time inside the TFSA, we are up 12%, which is $10,000, $377. I'm going to switch really quickly inside the personal account so we can see how the personal account is doing, which is more Canadian stock based than the TFSA, which is a little bit more US stock based. The personal account is basically sitting at neutral today. Over the past week, it is up just slightly, little bit at $68. Over the past month, it is down negative 2%. Over the past 3 months, it's up 4%, which is $500. So a little bit more of a gain for the Canadian stocks. We've actually seen this year has been a bit more beneficial from the Canadian stocks. We've seen a nice little recovery. And then the past year to date inside this portfolio is up 9%, which is $1,200. And then all time, it's mostly up that $1,200. So the personal account is kind of just doing steady growth, which is doing pretty good. And once again, this is mostly Canadian stocks inside the personal account. If you guys have been following my channel recently, you guys know that the goal for some of my basically all my portfolios is to kind of have a balance between US growth stocks as well as some high yield dividend stocks as well. And I've been trying to kind of creep up a little bit more in terms of yields with some high yield funds. So I got some money inside the TFSA to spend today. I got some money inside the personal account. So we're going to kind of be splitting things between 3 stocks today. I'm going to be buying HYLD because once again, I am buying more inside some of these high covered call ETFs to increase the yield inside my portfolio. That is one thing I'm going to be doing. So you're going to see this for pretty much all my updates coming up in the future. I'm going to be focusing on the stock to buy because like it is, I do want to grow the holdings inside my portfolios. So we have $100 inside the TFSA. So that's the first stock we're going to go through really quickly, as I'm going to buy $100 worth of HYLD. We'll put that order through, and that'll be inside my TFSA. And then we're going to jump over inside the personal account. I'm going to talk about 2 stocks I'm going to kind of be taking a peek at today. So the 2 stocks inside my personal account, and I only have $50 to spend today. Going to be a little bit less money to spend because I do got to pay taxes and different things coming up over the next month or so. But we can do fractional shares, which is super cool. But the 2 stocks I want to focus on today are going to be POW, which is Power Corp of Canada, and TD. So TD recently did an update with their earnings, and we've seen pretty good success from TD. It's always a good bank stock. I'm a big fan of the stock, as you guys know. So TD is always going to be a good stock to buy. And let's take a quick peek at the last history. So over the past month, TD stock is down 8%. So even though year to date it is up 21%, it is taking a bit of a dip recently. So I think, once again, I've mentioned in my past video, a couple videos I've done, that I think it's a pretty good time to buy this good bank stock. And once again, if you look at the 5-year return of TD, it's up 50%. So tons of gains, tons of dividend growth. We've seen that dividend increase, and they just keep earning, and they have tons of cash flow because they are a bank. So I'm going to put about half of this money inside of TD, which I know is not a lot, but that's kind of what happens sometimes. I'm going to put $25. We'll do a fractional share of TD. We'll put that order through. And TD is going to be the first stock I'm going to be buying today. And then the second stock I want to talk about really quickly, as Cooper comes and joins me on the desk here, is going to be POW, which is Power Corp of Canada. So this is a finance stock. This is a company that does insurance, they do financial services. They also own a good chunk of Wealthsimple, which is kind of cool. They're one of the underlying holders of Wealthsimple Trade and whatnot. So I do like the company. I do see them doing really well. And we're going to put about maybe $20, $25, whatever we have left here inside of POW here. And I actually don't have a lot of this holding. I have 9 shares right now, which is about $346. So I do also want to grow that. And this stock has been dipping a bit as well. So over the past month or so, it is down 9%. Over the past 3 months, it's down 8%. 1 year return is 18%, so it's still a pretty good gain, but we do see a bit of a dip here. So I'll put that last little bit into POW for a fractional buy. So we have $24, so put that through, and we'll buy $24 worth of POW. And those are going to be the stocks that I'm going to be kind of looking at for this week in today's video. And if we take a quick little recap on the dividend payments for this week, nothing new coming in. Our last dividend payment did come from SIS, which is Superior Corp, for 88 cents. But at the beginning of the month, we did get some big dividend payments that I covered in last week's video. So that's $100 from VDY, another $19, and then some other ones going down here. So no new dividend payments for this month as of yet. But I do want to talk about really quickly is the dividend history in terms of dividend increases. So this is a cool little website. I like to kind of follow this just to see some of the different companies that are increasing their dividends, and I always like to post updates whenever we have holdings that increase their dividends. So I actually missed this. I don't know if I talked about this in a previous video, but it does look like CNQ, which is a company I do hold, Canadian Natural Resources, did raise their dividend by 27% to 0.75 cents quarterly. So that was a huge increase. So I don't know if you guys hold that stock, but we did see a nice little dividend increase from that. So I just wanted to point that out really quickly. And it's been a while since I've done a full portfolio summary. So I'm going to go through this really quickly here on Track Your Dividends to kind of give you guys a quick little recap of the portfolio. So this the portfolio that we use to track here isn't 100% up to date. It's a little bit delayed, and it's not 100% accurate as well, but it gives us a good idea of how our portfolio is looking. So the dividend yield of our entire portfolio, so if we took our personal account and our TFSA and we combine them together, our dividend yield is looking at 2.52%. Our yield of cost is 2.73%. So once again, my focus is to kind of bring this dividend yield up a little bit, and we have seen a bit of an increase. The annual income right now from a portfolio of $109 or $10,000-ish is $2,759 annually. And here's the different stocks inside our account. So if you guys want, I'll go through these really quickly. You guys can pause the video if you guys want to look. But this is basically my holdings across all my accounts that I have here with the shares as well as the gains here and whatnot. So we have AQN, we have ATD, we have CNQ, we have CNR, we have Fortis, we have HYLD, which is the covered call ETF I'm trying to buy more shares of. We have Manulife, we have Power Corp of Canada, Riocan, Superior Corp, TELUS, TD, and then our 2 big ETFs here at the bottom, which is VDY and VFE. Once again, we'll take a peek at the up and coming and expected dividends here. So they do have a little dividend tracker that shows us what we're expecting in terms of dividends. It isn't once again 100% accurate, and some of the different ETFs aren't included here. So I just want to point that out. But we can get an idea of some different dividends that we can expect in the next little bit. So in March, we have an upcoming dividend expectation of $323, and then we can kind of see that the big quarterly ones obviously we get a big jump. And if we go down here, we can see that each individual ticker here. So this is a stock payout calendar, which is a cool feature. So in March, we can see looks like we have an expected dividend from CNR, Fortis, HYLD. So it's cool that that's included in there. Manulife, Riocan, Superior Corp, TELUS, VDY, and then a big one from VFV as well. So it's kind of cool to see the individual stocks and how much dividend payouts we're getting. And we can already see that just investing a little bit of money into HYLD is starting to give us more of that dividend yield, which is the monthly dividend yield, which is the whole purpose of it. So this is a cool little feature you guys can do if you guys want. And if you scroll down here, you can kind of go into the future and take a peek at some more up and coming dividend payments. One thing I want to cover really quickly before we go into the next part of the video is the different allocation of the portfolio. So I showed you guys I give you guys a quick little overview of the individual holdings, but the total holdings we have together is 14 holdings in total. Our largest is VFV across, once again, this is across all my portfolios, and that's the S&P 500. Our smallest is CNQ, since we just recently, literally just bought it in, I think it was the last video or something like that. We have 80% of our portfolio, which is representative in ETFs. And here's some of our different dividend payers here. Going down here, actually, if we look at the individual holdings here, I can give you guys a better representation. So if you go here, we can see VFV, which is the S&P 500, represents 50% of my portfolio. I kind of want to get that to be about 60% overall. That's kind of the goal, 60% S&P 500. And then we have 33%, which is represented by VDY, which is our Vanguard-based, Canadian-based ETF. And then we have some individual holdings like TD, RioCan, ATD, TELUS, AQN, Fortis, and then HYLD here. Obviously, we still have a lot to work on because I want to bring that up to be about 10 to 15% of the portfolio. And then some other smaller stocks here, which kind of represent more of the Canadian stocks here. And then going down here, we have this cool little thing that shows us the different sectors. So we can see the different sectors that we have. Once again, a lot of finances for the Canadian companies, a lot of finances and banks and stuff. And then the American ones are kind of like more spread and diversified. And we can see the different funds we have. If you look at the individual holdings, so each individual holding fund we have is 81% of the portfolio, like I mentioned. VFV is 47%, VDY is 32%, and then HYD, which is our third fund that we recently introduced, is sitting at, I think, 0.76%. So obviously we got some work to do on that. Looking at the different individual stocks, we have TD, which is one of our bigger holdings, and this is a bank financial. We have RioCan, which is a REIT retail, Manulife, which is insurance, and then POW, which is insurance. We also have some other things going down here that tells us the different sectors. So that's a cool little overview of some of the different stocks that we have. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick little recap of the entire portfolio, since I haven't done this full recap for a little while now. And last but not least, quick little update on the dividend income. I like to always show you guys this, just so in case you guys missed the video, you guys can see how the dividend income has slowly been increasing over time. Obviously, in the beginning, it wasn't very much, and we slowly grew it to where we are today. February was $129 in dividends. March is $144, so already doing pretty good. And if we take a quick peek at our calendar, you can see that it's been pretty steadily increasing, and with us putting more money into some of our covered call ETFs to kind of bounce it up, we should see that slowly grow quite a bit over the next little while. And last but not least, since this is a finance and personal finance based channel, and I like to kind of show you guys my journey on how I'm using my dividend income and my stock investments to kind of help pay for different things and whatnot. I have my expenses sheet. I did do some updates to it recently. As you guys can see, I've decided to include our combined average monthly income. So this is a monthly combined income of me and my girlfriend. We make about $6,000, give or take. This doesn't include investment income, just the dividends. About $6,000 per month. And I do have some spending information here. So we typically spend about $1,600 in basic expenses. This isn't like super like calculated, it's just averages. And then I did include a $500 buffer just in case for, you know, those things like you need to get pet food or cat litter, or you need to pick up something from the drugstore, or, you know, you go out and get something, you know, on occasion or something like that, those kind of emergency things. I do have a $500 buffer. So our combined income is about $6,000 per month, give or take, and then our expenses is around $2,000, give or take, once again. So one of the things that we've, like I mentioned in previous videos, is that we're looking to spend some more money, basically use our dividend income. So I like to record the previous months of dividend income, and then we want to use that dividend income over time to basically pay for some of these different things, some of our different expenses. So like I mentioned, we have rent, different things like that. All the ones in red are ones that I'm not paying for yet. The ones in yellow are the ones we are working on, and the ones in green are the ones that we've kind of already achieved. And this is a new one I decided to include, and this is entertainment / experiences in life. and I've decided to devote about $50 per month, which is just a small little number, but it's a little chunk of money that we can use to basically spend on whatever you want. This could be like I mentioned earlier, go grabbing a coffee, or going out to grab something we like, or going to the movies or something like that, or just doing something fun like that. So I've decided to include that. I know it's a small little amount of money, but it's something you guys can do. And I've also included some other things at the bottom here that we're looking to pay for, like Netflix and stuff like that. So, they're just simple things, but obviously over time, you got to pay for them. And I find you do get a lot of value in knocking them off and kind of having money coming in to cover those things. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick little update on that. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. So like usual, let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to the channel if you guys kind of want to follow alongside and be notified of when I publish these updates. So take care. Hope you guys are having a good week. Hope you guys are enjoying the nice weather. I'll see you guys later, and have a good one.